The biggest game on the planet. The most cutthroat tournament ever.
I'm so nervous. This is the biggest weekend of my life.
The best players in the world.
It's life-changing no matter what.
Everything is on the line.
I've got a job to do. I'm ready for it.
New York City will serve as host for the most pressure-filled weekend of their lives.
This is the biggest opportunity for any team.
$30 million.
There's so much on the line.
Only the best will survive. The game is about to get very real. This is the road to the World Cup. Fewer than 200 athletes have qualified for the World Cup. It's the biggest esports tournament ever, and a relatively new team based out of Toronto may have the most to prove. Just days before the biggest weekend of their lives, the E11 team has gathered for a training boot camp at the G Fuel HQ in New York City. Like many teams, E11 is backed by another professional athlete. In this case, it's Toronto hockey star Zach Hyman. As the boot camp gets underway, Zach took time out of his vacation to call in and pump up his young team.
So first and foremost, guys, I want to welcome you to New York. Blue, show the boys around. It's your turf.
Having Zach as an owner is an inspiration. He's a big name in the sports community, probably one of the best.
But this, the hard work starts now. These next week and a half until the cup. This is where the tournament's won.
I think having a massive figurehead in sports community coming to esports just really helps the scene grow.
I know you guys have all been waiting for the jersey reveal, right?
Stuffy, chicken, Kalusha.
I love the jerseys. They're awesome. They're cool, dude. We got the Danish flag and the E11 logo. It's insane.
5 members of E11 qualified for the World Cup. The team may be new, but they want everyone to know they're here to play. That includes Stompy, who many people consider one of the best players in the world.
He's just killing everyone.
Stompy is the best player in the world, no question about it now.
It feels pretty weird, to be honest, because I don't think there's a best player. You can't say there's one best player.
In the past 10 weeks, the young E11 team made a massive statement to the world. 2 of their athletes, Stompy and Kalusha, are in a select group of just 22 players who qualified for both solos and duos. It's an incredibly impressive feat.
Competing in both solos and duos is a very big opportunity for me.
It was pretty hard to qualify in both solos and duos. That's why probably only 22 made it, but I somehow managed to achieve it. Yeah, Chinken is my duo mate. We've been playing together for like 1.5 years. That's a pretty long time. But he is like more of an backup player, passive player, and I need that because I'm more of an aggressive player. I need someone to be on my back end.
I almost only play video games. I wake up, get something to eat, get a coffee, then I start my computer, play Fortnite for a whole day, and then I go to bed, basically. I do nothing else. Being teamed up with Stompy is great. He's also my best friend, I would say. And it just feels great to be one of the best duos in the whole world. I think we're gonna win the World Cup.
As night falls on the Big Apple, Stompy is proving that New York is truly the city that never sleeps.
Personally, for the line is to prove myself in solo. The last LAN event, I didn't do as well as I wanted to, and this time I want to do good.
As boot camp continues, the veteran player on this young squad knows how to keep his focus. Blue Tee was the first ever signing by E11.
It was a great experience.
We didn't really even exist when Blue Tee had signed on with us, so he took a little bit of a leap of faith, and that really meant a lot to us.
E11 being the new kid on the block, I feel like it doesn't mean anything. If anything, we've shown that we're definitely top tier. My family at first, they didn't really agree with it. They kind of pushed me to go to college. I felt like I couldn't give them what they wanted. I wanted to make my parents happy. My parents now, they understand this is a real thing.
For 16-year-old Item, he's had the support of his entire family from the beginning. His mom made the trip from Scotland to be with him in New York City.
I've got some of the best supportive parents in the world. I have a twin, a sister, a brother, a mum and dad, and they all understand how much this means to me. And then especially my dad, I think when I was in E11, he was my coach, and he definitely, especially with the mental side of Fortnite, he helped me because he's got a lot of experience with sports, with golf and sailing. So I think he definitely helped me become mentally strong. So I think I owe him a massive thank you because I couldn't have done it without him.
The E11 boot camp at G Fuel HQ continues. And with daybreak comes some potentially devastating news.
Yeah, so yesterday Stompy came to me and he explained that he really wasn't feeling well. Turned out he had a huge heat rash, covers everywhere that he had clothes on basically. So we went to the pharmacy, we picked up some aloe, we picked up some medication, and he slept for like 15 hours. This morning, even with that long sleep, he didn't feel it himself. His hands were hurting. The rash could definitely impact his gameplay because his hands have been hurting. Playing on a mouse and keyboard, it's literally everything to him. Going forward, he's specifically brought up that he can't play like this.
Injuries and sacrifice are a part of all pro sports. For Stompy, this is his first real test of the World Cup. E11 may be a relatively new team, but they know they're ready, and they're just hours away from letting the rest of the world know it too.